How's it going? Happy Cake Tuesday. So you guys chose the cake for today. Today's cake is going to be a bear cake. I know we had so, like it was, I mean, considering how many of you guys actually voted, it came pretty close. It was either gonna be the scarecrow or it was gonna be the bear. I'm looking at my glasses are crooked. I'm so sorry, guys. I go like this all day and all of a sudden it's not until I'm in front of something I can see. I'm actually pretty crooked. Okay, so we're going to make an absolutely adorable little fall bear cake and I'm super excited about it. We're gonna make it now together and I have about 40 minutes to do it. So I'm gonna try my very best to get this done. So I'm gonna come back so you guys can see what's up, y'all. What's up, Jessica? What's up, everybody? So we're making this bear cake, okay? So this is gonna be on a little 6-inch cake, and the reason why I did that was because if you look at the picture, you'll see that all of the cute little things, the leaves and everything, they're all pretty close together. And so if you get a bigger cake, then it's gonna be harder to get all of that to be so close and make it look so nice like that. So I did a 6-inch cake. So this way it's gonna be easier to get it covered. Y'all having a good day? It is gorgeous outside, you guys. It is so beautiful outside. Okay, so I am covering this guy in some vanilla buttercream here. And this is really nice for those of you guys who just like a simple cake without a lot of extra stuff to it. Really simple and really yummy. Not a bunch of, because I mean, yes, there's going to be fondant on it, but you can always just scrape that off. Like, it's totally fine. And like I said, I have to still refer to the picture just because, listen, I am telling you, I have to. That is how I'm able to decorate. I have to be able to look at a point of reference. Sometimes I can do things without it, but for the majority of the time, especially if someone wants me to try to replicate something, I've got to look at the picture, you guys. I know I'm not alone in that. It's hard to be able to do all of that on your own. But what I'm doing here is I'm just covering the cake up with this buttercream, and it really doesn't have to be perfect, you guys, because this kind of has a little bit of that rustic kind of rougher looking icing job. So it's not really the focal point. It's not really the icing. It's the bear. Now I gotta get it together because look, I gotta get it together, y'all. Don't have that much time. Okay, so I'm gonna work on the bear now. Thank you so much, Nikki. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're so sweet to say that. All right, so I told you, I've got my handy dandy phone right here. I've got to look. I'm telling you guys, I've got to be able to see how to make him. How to make this little bear. Okay, so what we're doing is we're just gonna come around here on the sides. Just gonna get some nice little rustic frosting happening here. Okay, and now that's it for the icing. Can you believe that? I mean, as far as on the cake part. Simple, really simple. Now we're gonna do the hard part. We're gonna make this bear. So I'm gonna put this off to the side. And I'm going to grab this Rice Krispie treat. Okay, this is, if you guys are ever wondering, how can you make these figures, the center is usually made from Rice Krispie treats, okay? So I'm gonna take off his ears real quick because I didn't have them set up yet. But this is it. You just take a bunch of Rice Krispie treats, you just gotta put them together. I don't wanna press it too much, but I have the shape of the head pretty much done, okay? So now I have some ears that I wanna put on the side, but the only thing is, you guys, we gotta make sure that they aren't gonna go anywhere. So the way we do that is we add some toothpicks, okay? So, and be careful not to jab yourself in the hand. So, now, the other side, stick another toothpick in there. Put this nice little ear right there. Okay, so now he's got his shape. And I'm gonna make this the front part of him. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take probably, I'd say maybe 3 or 4 little toothpicks. And I'm putting them at the bottom of this little guy here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this cake and I'm gonna put it right in the center, okay? Just press it right down. Oops, I put them in backwards. Well, we'll just say this is the front, okay? All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my Ziploc bags. Make sure you guys get the freezer Ziploc bags if you're going to use this technique for frosting, because you want to make sure that it's durable. Hold on a second. Let me grab my scissors. So you want to make sure that it's durable, okay? So these Ziploc bags are the best when it comes to that, okay? So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna cover him in buttercream. So we gotta get a nice chocolate brown going on here. And that's for the ears, that's for his face, that's for every part of this adorable little bear. You guys totally picked him out. I thought that was so cool. Okay. So I have this Wilton Brown here. I didn't even open it yet. All right, making a mess. Woo! I'm going to put this chocolate brown in my little icing bag. And I'm gonna mix it real quick by hand. To get a nice little chocolate color for this bear. It's amazing what you can do with some buttercream, you guys. It's totally amazing. Hope y'all are doing okay. I see so many of you guys on here. That's cool. Hope y'all are enjoying your Tuesday afternoon wherever you are. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to start here at the bottom, and I have my little open star tip. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start piping his fur, okay? And I'm just going all around his face, leaving space for the little nose, but I'm just piping the fur backwards, just like in the photo. Making sure that it's getting covered all over. You just want to take your time to make sure he's nice and fuzzy and you're not leaving any parts uncovered. And I'm being pretty purposeful with how I'm putting this buttercream on. I want to make sure that it is all coming in one direction. I'm not doing like the little stars. I'm making sure that the fur is coming backwards, like it's being combed backwards, because that's what you see in the photo. And you know, I mean, if you're doing your own, you can make his fur go however you want. Just squeezing and piping all around him. It's so cool because the more you do it, the more you'll see he's gonna come alive. And he's gonna look like such a special little bear. Okay, now for the top, I'm still going to make it go backwards to some degree. But I don't want to use too much buttercream because the buttercream on the ears, although we have the little toothpick keeping everything in place, we want to make sure that we are not making it too heavy, because if it's too heavy, it's going to start drooping, and we got to make sure he gets into the refrigerator. So let's see here, put it up here, cover it over on this side. I'm going to leave a little place for the ears. Okay, and I'm just bringing it all around. Okay, so his face, we're just getting started on his face. For his little nose, what I have is some more Rice Krispie treats, and what I want to do is I want to get a little bit of some ivory, which is like a, you know, a peach color kind of. Y'all see that color there? That's going to be the color for his little nose. So, or his little mouth there. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of this coloring here. And I'm just going to take it and make the color here, so it's a nice beige tone for this bear. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that his proportions are correct. Okay, so we don't want his nose to be too big in his mouth, but we want it to be big enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap that Rice Krispie treat with some of that fondant. I'm not going to use all of it, but I'm going to use majority of it there. And we want to kind of get a nice rounded shape to the little nose. Isn't that cute? Like, I know y'all don't see it yet. I do, but you guys, when it comes together, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. So, okay, here's where you're going to want to make sure, because sometimes if you do have a little bit of some extra or some little, you want it to be smooth. Sometimes if you have some of that Rice Krispie treat underneath it and it's not exactly smooth, you can see that with your fondant work. So you want to take your time to make sure that it's nice and smooth and not too bumpy. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set his little nose in there, and I'm smushing it down. I left a little more room on this side, the front side of the bear, because we have to build around this nose and we have to make sure we have space for it. Okay? So now I'm gonna go in and just kind of put some more of this buttercream around his nose. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. He's so cute. It's so funny what you can do with just a little bit of some buttercream. You can create anything. So, all right, now I have some black that I'm going to use for the eyes and the nose, and I'm going to use some black for the seam of his mouth as well. So, and for the ears also. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this black that I have, and I'm going to make some little circles for the eyes. So 2 button eyes is what I'm going for, just like that. And I'm just going to place it right above where the nose is. You'll see in just a second. I don't want to show you too soon. I want you to see when his eyes are all in place. You want to make sure the eyes match and the size. You don't want a little bug-eyed bear. Okay. And now, you can see his eyes? And now we got to make his little nose. So the nose is a little bit bigger than the eyes. And you also want to make sure that you have a little set aside for the seam, for the little line in the mouth. Okay? So, I want to make sure it's not too long. Okay? Making a nice little line like this here. See? I'm just going to place it right there. Okay? Just placing it right there in the center. Now I'm going to get a little, this nose here. And give him his little button nose. I think it's nicer when the nose is a little bit, it's not as rounded. It has a little bit more of like an oval look. And now we're going to work on the ears. Isn't he cute? All right, let's get some black here. I'm going to put it right in the white parts of the ears. And over here too. The white parts of the ears. Sticking it right there. And then we're going to come in with a little bit more of this buttercream. Remember guys, not too much. We want to make sure that we are not going to weigh it down. If it gets too much, then it will get weighed down, okay? So we want to make sure he's not weighed down. Okay. Just kind of adjusting his face a little bit. Okay. And then, you guys, there are these little brown, little tiny dots all around the cake. And there's some pretty little leaves that go all around him. So that's what I'm going to do now. I have cut out these beautiful little flowers. And I also cut out some leaves as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this pretty little flower on top of his head. And I also have this little black, a little bit of some black fondant. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys this technique real quick. So in the picture you'll see there's like a bunch of little pieces there in the centers of the flowers. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one little mound, and I'm just going to use my little circle cut there, my little tip, and just make a bunch of little indentations here for the flower. And I'm going to do the same thing all around. So what I have is I have some little leaves that I got that I'm using out of fondant cutters. So, or fondant molds. If you're trying to do this, I had a cake class recently where we did a lot of this with the flowers and with the leaves. And so this is a silicone mold. You're just going to press your fondant into that mold. And then what you're going to do is pull out a beautiful little leaf. And they're all in just different shapes and different sizes. So let's see here. Probably going to do a smaller one. And you can put another leaf on his head here to make it look like it's just like fall all around him. And I have another pretty leaf here. There are just so many different things you can do. I'm gonna put another orange one over here. And then you guys, I have these beautiful little flowers that are orange too. So what I'm gonna do, because I see that there are like little puffs of buttercream all around the base in brown and different colors. I'm going to do this here, and then as I do this, I'm going to just fill it in with flowers and different leaves. And it's all, most of it's going to be covered up, so I'm not really worried about that. So again, I'm just going to stick these little flowers. I have this size too. Just little ones that I had a cutter for, and they don't match exactly like the picture, but it's okay. You can do whatever you want. You can be as creative as you want to be. So I'm putting these guys up around the front. I've got some more to put around the side here. Look at how he's coming out. Oh my gosh. Isn't that so fun? Okay, so now I'm taking some more flowers. I'm just kind of putting them up around the front for now. And I have some more leaves. So what I want to do is I'm taking two of these. I have an orange color, and I also have some yellow. But this yellow is like it's a buttercup yellow. So it's not an actual bright yellow. It has some brown undertones to it. So I'm mixing both of my colors together, and I like to do that because then when I put them into the leaf imprint, just like I'm doing here, I'm just trying to press it right into the leaf imprint. When I do that, it's going to make and yield a really pretty leaf that has different colors. Okay. Sometimes it wants to stick. Here's a big suggestion. Grab some powdered sugar. When you do that and you have powdered sugar, it makes it so much easier to work with. So I have this leaf. I'm going to stick this leaf on the side here. The buttercream is still tacky enough to where I'm able to actually, it will adhere pretty easily. That's why you want to work kind of quickly, especially if your cakes are chilled, because then you will know that it will adhere without too many problems. I'm glad you guys like it. So folly. Yep, it is. Oh man, I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. This morning it was actually a little cool, and I was so excited about that. I was like, thank you, Lord. I was wondering, I was like, I wonder when it's actually gonna get a little cool. So, all right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna work on the centers real quick, and I'm going to make those little black centers. I'm gonna add little dots here just to add some nice texture in between the flowers. Same thing over here. Now, if you want to get really artsy, one thing you can do is when you actually, when you make your flowers, when you make your leaves, and you see that this mold actually shows the vein of the leaf, which is so pretty. It makes it look so realistic. You can actually take your paintbrush, you can put it in, you can dip it in some coloring, and you can draw the lines of the veins of the leaves. And when you do that, it makes it look even more realistic. So it's really cool. It is a nice little detail that you can add. Okay, so here for these ones, for the flowers that look a little bit different, I am just going to do plain black centers. And for the ones that have a different look, I'm going to do that textured center for those. Just to switch it up a little bit. Oops. There we go. Yay! Okay, let me add a little bit more. You're decorating something or doing something, you stick your tongue out and you like catch yourself later on, you're like, what am I doing? I'm always like that. I'm like, don't watch me, don't watch me. Okay. All right, there we go. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, I am so excited. I am so excited here. He really came out cute. Like, he was ready to come and show off and let you guys know I'm here and it's fall. Y'all see him? He's so cute. And he looks so happy playing in all the leaves. So, oh gosh, how adorable. I love how, like, you know, the way the buttercream is helping the flower to just kind of stick up and look like it's a little cupped there too. It's so cute. All right, you guys, so you want to win this cake. All you gotta do is like and share. You will be like and share this post, this video. You're in the drawing to win. I hope you're the winner. This was so fun to make, and maybe, you know, I mean, they freeze really well, so you could just, you know, preserve it till, you know, any kind of fall party you have going on. I don't know, but I hope you're the winner. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for coming and spending time with me today. And you're so wonderful. Ooh, I'm gonna come up a little closer. God bless you guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you soon, okay? Bye.